Take a look at how this one went down. This is always a great matchup between these two teams. Christian McCaffrey had himself a day, the first player in Panthers history to have both 100 yards rushing and receiving in the same game.
They throw the ball to him every down.
Look at it. Get him feet back.
Which went 237 scrimmage yards. Okay, but Seattle would not back down. Under 4 minutes left on 4th and 3. Russell Wilson airs it out to David Moore.
This was a great throw and catch.
Oh, no.
Well, Graham Gano's upset because he just missed the 52-yard field goal. Just over a minute left now. Wilson goes deep to Tyler Lockett. Down to the Panthers 10.
Come on, Captain.
So 4 plays later, Sebastian Janikowski drills the 31-yard field goal.
I gotta take what we get.
Seahawks win 30-27. So Russell Wilson's touchdown pass to David Moore now gives him 27 in the fourth quarter since 2017, the most by any quarterback in that span.
How's Stafford up there?
And it's not even close. Look at the difference there. Shannon, I want to go back because this show is on television. And a few weeks ago, you were into the Seahawks, then you were over the Seahawks. Then you were into the Seahawks, then you were over the Seahawks. Let me guess, because they won today, now you're into them?
Let me level up, D.
Okay, please do, Sierra. Let me see you 1-2 step.
Yeah. I like the Seahawks.
Okay.
Like them a lot, too. Like them more than you do. And they're going to make the playoffs, too.
I want to see your level up.
They got 2 more games with Arizona, or they got 2 games with Arizona.
They have 2 San Francisco, 1 Arizona, and 1 Minnesota. And 3 and 4 of those are at home.
I got a feeling they're going to be 4. They're going to go 4-0 in them games.
So you think you feel that strongly about them?
Feel real good.
I'm not a betting man.
Boy, they put something on it in.
They got Kansas City on there, too.
I like Sweet Ice
They
Tea.
got who on there?
They got Kansas City.
Okay, they're going to win 4-5.
I like Sweet Ice Tea.
Okay.
Well, better gallon of sweet tea time.
A gallon of sweet tea it is.
I don't want no sweet tea. You know what I want.
Why are you not buying
not
into the
giving you that
Seahawks?
Because every time I watch the Seahawks, first of all, that defense isn't the defense that we knew and loved.
No, it
I'm
hasn't
a defensive guy. Let's just stop right there. Now, the second part is, every time I see them, I see Russell running for his life.
Yeah.
Now I see Russell, last name Wilson, running for his life, stopping, making a miraculous play, and a receiver has separated from the defender, and he makes that play.
Yeah.
That stuff don't happen.
Yes, it does.
When it comes down to it, those
Not
last 2
consistently,
games,
you're right. It
thank
doesn't
you,
happen
those last 2 games of the season, especially one round in the. You saying get to the playoffs?
Yes, all I'm saying.
It's not gonna happen.
That's all I'm
They
talking
have
about.
found a running game.
Yeah.
They
lead the league.
They've been a running game. All year they've had a running game.
They have not been the #1 running team in the league all year long.
But they have had a good running game
over the
all year.
last few weeks, they have really found at least over 150 rushing yards.
Because Cam don't want to run no more.
Cam ran enough today. Mac was running.
So that's fine. You're in on the Seahawks. You're still on the fence with them.
No, I don't think
you're over them, and you're over them too. Okay, so
I've never been on them.
Okay, well let's go back to the Panthers then.
Yes.
So now they've dropped 3 in a row. Where are we at with them, and what you saw from them today? Do you have them questioning even making a run?
The defense has let them down. They're scoring enough points offensively, but now their defense can't get up the field on 3rd down, and they can't make the play to stop them. Got 0 turnover in the last 3 games, giving up almost 35 points a game. You're going to lose a lot of those games. If you don't turn the ball over, get turnovers on defense, and you allow an offense to get 35 points, you're going to lose.
Their defense used to carry this team.
Yeah.
You know, Cam would do what he did, but their defense used to suffocate offenses. They're not doing that no more, as Shay just said, and that's why they're struggling and losing these games.
And when it comes time for the offense, they're scoring points to make one play.
Yes.
They don't make it.
4th and 2.
No consistency in there. And remember last week when they went for it?
Yeah.
Didn't get it, but this week you don't want to go for it? You don't want to go
Well,
for it?
Well, you go for it.
4th and 2.
Well, they was at home.
And it didn't get it.
At
And then
home, you don't play for the win.
Yeah, or you throw an interception in the red zone, or then your kicker, again, for the 2nd straight week, doesn't make field goals. There's a lot of different variables.
Preach.
Oh, no.
We're all out of time. Big Ben throws a pick
Can I get more of that great
waning seconds to
great
lose
punch,
the game in Denver. But does all the blame fall on him, or does Pittsburgh have bigger problems? And the Eagles get a last-second win. Are they primed for a run? Plus, Zach Ertz balled, so what, Dion?
Got the call. What is going on with you guys, man? What's the difference between a year ago and now?
Obviously, we are struggling at times to put complete games together, and I truly believe that our best football is yet to come.
Where stars, Dion, LT, and Shannon. And I'm just going to put it out there right now. LT already gets the best dressed award. He came strong with the boots to match the jacket.
I appreciate it, man.
You should just keep those feet up on that table all night long.
You know what? If they just showed a shot of our shoes before the show without our faces, no one would guess who has on what.
Right.
Why? Because you guys are all
different.
suited correctly?
Yeah, but they wouldn't guess what shoe attire.
Maybe we'll do that in week 13.
Some
we'll
cow gone to heaven so LT can get a jacket.
No, it's an alligator.
What?
Ain't no cow.
Right.
That's a gator.
No animals were harmed in the making of these jackets or shoes.
The gator ain't good for nothing.
Somebody did go down 24-17. So, Dion, you know your guy, Mike Zimmer, he said that he would get this thing turned around. How do you feel about the Vikings' performance overall tonight?
They did something. They showed us all the players before the game. And when I seen Everson Griffin, you read his lips, he was hyping himself up, getting fired up. It's almost like he was just making himself upset for the contest that he was about to have. He, to me, is the key point and the key focus of that defense. When he's well and healthy and in the right mind, man, they're hard to stop. They're hard to deal with up front, and the back end just benefits from what they deliver on the front end. But you see what Florida State brings to the table.
Oh, boy.
Where's the situation where when you get him,
How'd they do this weekend? It's not important. We don't have time for that.
you get Rhea Hunter, you get Linval Joseph, you get Everson Griffin, you get Sheldon Richardson. Now you can work those four. You don't have to sacrifice your back end by blitzing. And now Zim can sit back and play coverage and can get home with four. Well, all they need is my first cousin to just do a little bit.
He ain't gonna do nothing.
He'll do a little bit.
He ain't gonna do nothing.
But the point is, they're still the second best team in this division.
No, they're not.
The Chicago Bears are the best team.
So you trust the Bears?
I do trust them.
But
you just said you didn't trust the first cousin.
I don't trust first cousin. I trust Zim.
But he the quarterback.
And
He's the
Zim,
quarterback.
I trust Zim.
Is Zim
gonna play
I
for
trust
the
the
defense?
defense. I trust the defense.
Okay. But
I
they
trust
still
the
gotta
defense.
score.
So if
you mean to tell me?
Andy Reid don't show up to the game,
this is
you
good
see him
one
trust
right here.
Mahomes?
This is good
Yeah,
though.
my homeboy.
Hey,
got
you
this.
need
I gotta
stop.
ask you a question though.
I'm here.
Who do you trust more, the Vikings defense or the Bears defense? That's a good question.
I
That's
trust
a
If you
the
do say so
Bears
yourself.
defense more right now.
Okay.
But guess what? They've been to a playoff since Mike Singletary had a full head of hair. And the last time I checked, he had none.
What about my first cousin? What he gonna do if he get to the playoffs?
I think he could manage the game. I'm not saying he's going to win it for him, but if they can mix in a little running game.
I was just going to
gotta
say, your
get down
first
the
cousin needs some help from his other cousins, and that's the running game. They've been very deficient in that area. They've got to get that thing going. They, finished tonight with 91 yards, but
Yeah. Well, I like what Dalvin brings to that backfield. He brings the dynamic aspect to that backfield. Now, when he was out, they were a little bit more conservative. They just couldn't run the ball like they usually do. They're not explosive in the backfield without Dalvin Cook. But without him, we saw it tonight. Got him in open field and quick touchdown from about 30 yards out.
That's a nice jacket.
real quickly before we move on to these other games, Packers done. You guys, we're out. We're over the Packers. We're done with that discussion.
I've been over the Packers a long time ago. They was the Aaron Rodgers. Only reason we watched the Packers because of Aaron Rodgers. That's it.
Yep.
To be a hero, superhero.
I mean, I'm just doing what I'm told. I'm supposed to ask about the Packers. Okay, now we're moving on.
Ask and answer.
With the Vikings win, here's how the NFC playoff picture looks. Saints, Rams, Bears, and Cowboys all leading their division. So, just mentioned it, Mike Zimmer's team is currently the 5th seed, and the Redskins are holding on to that 6th spot despite back-to-back losses. So, playoff implications were on the line in Carolina.